Well, hello and welcome back to my channel, or hello for the very first time. Today's video is a glow-in-the-dark neon cake. This is made with some special glow-in-the-dark, with the help of a blacklight, liquid food coloring with a white chocolate ganache. This cake is iced in a Swiss Meringue Buttercream and chilled, and then I put the ganache on with the special food coloring. First, obviously, you're going to want to ice and stack and ice your cake and everything and get that chilling so it's nice and cold while you make your ganache. So first, in this, I'm actually making a very small portion of it for a smaller cake, but I will have the recipe in the description box. So you're going to want to take your white chocolate and your heavy cream and put them in a microwave safe bowl, and then you're going to want to microwave that in 20 to 30 second increments until you stir it and it's nice and smooth. And then you're going to want to let it cool down to about 95 to 100 degrees temperature until you start to color it. For this cake, I did 6 different colors. I did pink, purple, orange, green, blue, and yellow. So you're going to want to divide your white chocolate ganache up into different containers. If you have, 6 containers of the same size, go ahead and divide it all, 6 at once. I actually did it by 2s just to keep everything pretty even. Here are the colors I used. As you can see, like I said, I have orange, pink, purple, green, yellow, and blue. So for each color, I just went ahead and added a little bit in, like you normally do for coloring. These can be a little translucent colored, so I just added a little bit more in. Obviously, it just depends on what color you're looking for. And as you can see here with the black light flashlight, you can see it start to glow. Then I went ahead and bagged it for the drip part. For the splattered part on the bottom tier, I just left that in bowls and used a brush. And obviously you're going to want to continue and do that for all the colors you're using on your cake. Here I'm just again showing you what it looks like once you put the black light on it and how it really makes it glow. Now for the bottom tier, that's where I did the splatter effect, and I just made sure that when I put the paintbrush in and pulled it up, it had that real smooth ribbon effect off of it, so it would really fling. You might want to put some saran wrap around your surroundings. If you do this like maybe up on your table against a wall, just kind of cover your table and the wall with some saran wrap, or even if you have some like the plastic that painters put down, have at it, or you're just gonna probably have a few pieces that you're gonna have to clean up afterwards, but it's totally worth it because it's super fun getting to throw it around on the cake and everything. Obviously just control your movements and you have a little less throwing or mess to clean up afterwards. If you want, you can pop this back in the freezer or the fridge to chill between colors. So if you don't want any of them to like possibly bleed together, which depending on what your occasion you're using this cake on, and if it's going to sit out at all, obviously in any kind of warmth or room temperature, that may still happen. Or you can just go ahead and go straight from color to color, and if you notice that it's starting, depending on how long it takes you, if it's starting to get a little not as smooth to fling off the brush, you can just pop it back in the microwave. I suggest only doing a couple seconds at a time, like depending on the amount you made, 3 to 5 seconds really, just to check it and see like the viscosity of it, if it'll work at the flinging on the cake. So you're going to want to repeat that with all the colors you're using. And then I just went ahead and checked it with the black light, and it looks pretty cool if I don't say so, do say so myself. I went ahead and added a neon ribbon around the bottom, just for the really cool look of the cake, and to just tie it in, as opposed to piping any kind of border. Next, for the drip part, obviously you're going to want to take that cake right out of the freezer once you have everything bagged and ready to go. And as you can see here, when I started to test it, because you always want to find pick a spot So like if there's a part of the cake that you know is going to be the back of the cake, test it there, and just see the consistency of your drip, because obviously you don't want it so thick that as soon as it touches your cake it hardens up, but you don't want it to run down your whole cake so you have pools of it at the bottom of your cake. Me personally, I like when you have some long ones and some short ones. I am not a fan when drips go the whole way to the bottom of the cake. Unfortunately, sometimes it does happen, but I try to get that consistency of just trying to get kind of small drips and some like middle of the cake drips. So as you can see here with this first pink one, it was definitely not the right temperature, so I went ahead and I just popped it back in the microwave for, again, just a couple seconds. Like for these, probably about 3 seconds, and you can kind of feel it. Test it again, and then if you see that it's dripping at the right consistency, then you're good to go. If it is running just way too fast, then just let it cool down just a little bit. You can also always see what it drips like on something else if you don't want to keep testing on the cake. But if your cake is nice and chilled, you could possibly even pull that test piece off. And again, just keep going around your cake until you have all your colors on. And that's what it looks like with all the colors on and the black light. And again, just added another neon colored ribbon for the bottom of the cake. And for this cake, I was writing the happy birthday message on top with this. It's not the most greatest, I guess it's not the greatest to write with, but I was able to make it work. But it's not quite as smooth as regular icing. So what do you think of this glow-in-the-dark cake? Obviously, this is great for parties that are going to be blacklit, bowling alleys, roller skating parties, or if you're having a party at your house, you can obviously order black lights off Amazon and everything. I can have a link in the description for the flashlight that I used. Let me know what you think in the comments below. And I hope you liked this video, so if you did, make sure to smash the like button, and if you haven't, make sure you hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so you don't ever miss any uploads of cool tutorials or recipes. And as always, live, love, eat sweets.